I got into this non-duality about a year and a half ago, and I was started to watch Angelo DeLulo. However, I did see you in the feed, and I'm going to tell you this background just because I just saw you recently, a couple weeks ago, and I totally related to you. But I want to tell you this background story because I think it's kind of funny. But as you know, in YouTube, they give you all these, like, you start watching one person and they put all these people in your feed. So I saw you last year and I'm like, who's this Lisa Cairns? So I clicked you and I'm like, I don't understand her. Plus, but I thought just like you did, you shared, and Angelo just had a feminine aspect of non-duality. And you were like, I am like, oh no, she might be too nice. I need somebody who's going to be meaner, who's going to be, I don't know. I want a more direct approach, or I don't know. I felt like maybe you'd be, I don't know. Right now, I feel like I'm the crazy woman that you described who'd run into a fire right now, because that's what I do to get this, right? And oh, the battery's running low. Oh no. Thought it was plugged in. Let me make sure I'm plugged in. Sorry. Right in the middle of doing this.
Yeah.
Okay, it's plugged in. um, but that's what I feel like right now. And you described that in the video that you just had with Angelo. But now I don't know, whatever you said in that video, I connected with you. And that's why I'm here. But more so I'm another fellow woman who's ready to run into the fire,
Yeah.
whatever. That's kind of how I feel right now.
Yeah, that's so beautiful and
Doing a lot
so.
of shadow work now, so
Mm.
everything's coming up. Um, and so, oops, I'm going to cancel this. Oh, sorry. Um, what I related to you with what you said today is being around others. And what's happened over the last 6 years, I've worked remotely. I'm in IT and, COVID and everything, but I haven't seen my family for like 6 years. And I decided to, I went to a week-long silent retreat Angela just had in December. But before I went there, I decided to strike while the iron was hot and visit all my family, 3 days before the retreat. And I haven't seen my brother and sister in 6 years, my brother and father in 5 years. So I saw them, day after Thanksgiving. And I saw my sister-in-law and that whole side of the family for the very first time, all by myself. So, and it was all great. I think my former self would have said, oh, that was a lovely visit and stuff. But when I saw my brother, he's been in the army for over 25 years, or, and in special forces. He's just, I haven't seen him in a long time. And you can see the suffering. Like when I see the suffering in my family, it's just tough. I'm a
Mm.
different person now, and that's just tough. Uh,
Mm.
I've been really working this non-duality, everything, all this my spiritual program for the last year and a half, and I've changed. So it's all beautiful though. You can see their suffering, so you see it. You just understand I'm helpless and it's okay. I see the beauty in helplessness. There's nothing
Mm.
I can do. There's
Mm.
absolutely nothing I can do. It's life. It is. It
Mm.
is. Shows you what presence is.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm all over the place. I'm
But
getting
I'm
emotional.
sure that
Yeah.
that's really beautiful you share, and I really appreciate your like honesty and openness. But
Yeah.
it's I think it's something that so many people can relate to, and including myself, is that you can't take people with you. I mean, in a way, other people don't exist. So in one way, they're never their habits and conditions and karma. They're always the beingness and the empty looking beyond that. But with their habits and conditions, their story, their behaviors, you can't take that with you. Like they
Yeah.
have to have their journey, and their journey might be to go around the mountain 100 more times. So you finish, and they have to keep going around. And that's
Yep.
painful to watch because it is inevitably suffering, this life. If you are
Yeah.
identified and believe that you exist in time, then you're going to
Mhm.
suffer.
Yeah.
When you lose contact with this present moment and what you truly are, then you will suffer. And it will get bigger and bigger and bigger. So it will expand more and more and more until there is a going inwards. So for them, what will happen is at one point in this life or the next life, it will get too much. Their karma will get too painful, and then they'll be forced to go inwards. It's not always the case, but for most, and then they'll be forced to go inwards. And you might never see that, you might only ever see their karma getting more and more difficult, their life getting more and more difficult. So then your job is the acceptance of that. So your job is to watch the film and allow the other characters to suffer. And then your character to not go off seeking to try to avoid that. It's like staying still with that. So it's like staying in the beingness and the empty looking, staying right here and allowing the character to have, or the body mind or the emotions to create immense discomfort at watching that, but not have to resolve it in any way. You can be there to offer them, if they ever choose to do that, seemingly choose to investigate themselves, but then the rest of it, it's in God's hands. And that seems to be one of the most incredibly painful parts of waking up, is leaving others seemingly behind, like loved ones behind.
That's what it feels like. And I know, like, I've only a couple times I've tried to, if I thought the person would understand this, I try to stay out of that conversation because most people don't understand this. I can't I can't force it. It just sounds like a crazy conversation if you go there. So I try to do that.
You sound mad.
Yeah, it's like, don't do that.
Yeah.
But he's open. He's even like, Mel, what's this? I tell everyone, I accidentally put the word silent meditation retreat, and that's what spurred questions with my family. Silent? How are you going to be silent for a week? I'm like, I can do it. I did it. No, I did do it. I've changed as a person. So, but Melody, they know the old Melody. So it caused a lot of questions. I should have just said I was going on a regular meditation retreat. They wouldn't have asked.
Yeah. Meditation kind of works. I kind of tried to tell my mom today I was meditating, but it's like,
what's this? And then I eventually, my dad and his wife said, because they were shocked how I looked. They said I look totally like a different human being, and they're like, "What are you doing?" And they're like, "What is this meditation retreat? What is it?" They're writing notes. The best question I got is, "Does it follow a Mediterranean diet?" I'm like, sure. But I don't know. They were just asking a lot of questions. So.
Yeah.
And then I tried to tell them about self-inquiry, and then they're like, "Oh, we wouldn't want to do that." And so they're like, "Can we do everything except for that?"
So the self-inquiry, or maybe you didn't tell them about emotional releasing. Then maybe like, okay, we'll cross that one off. We'll do the Mediterranean diet. We might do the silence, but self-inquiry or emotional release or shadow work, no, that's like a cross.
They wanted a checklist. I'm like, it's not really like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you for being here and for
sure.
that.
Yeah, really, really nice to talk with you. Thank you.